Hey everyone, there's another interesting IPO that is open today on 28th December. It's Azad Engineering. Interestingly, this company boasts of some high-profile sportsmen including Sachin Tendulkar, VVS Lakshman, PV Sindhu, Saina Nehwal and so on. Although it's not a sports equipment manufacturer. It is also getting a good response in the grey market with a premium of more than 80% as of date. So I'll quickly walk you through the business model of the company, its key strength, future prospect, financials, along with IPO details and valuation. Please note that this video is only for educational purpose. So Azad Engineering started its operation in 2008 to manufacture complex and highly engineered precision forged and machine equipment that are mission and life critical, where its products find application in sectors like energy, aerospace, defense, and oil and gas. As of September 23, company's largest chunk of revenue has come from energy sector from supply of airfoils that contributed around 70% in company's revenue. So airfoils are one of the most critical 3D rotating and stationary part of a turbine in the compression section. They are used in generation of energy via natural gas, nuclear and thermal operations. Its customer includes some global OEM that are among the leader in the sector such as your General Electric, Honeywell International, then Mitsubishi, then Siemens Energy, Eaton Aerospace, then Man Energy Solution and so on. Azad Engineering is a tier 1 supplier where it supplies critical component to these global leaders. Now it's not easy to become a tier 1 supplier to top global OEMs as it's a very time intensive process to qualify and often takes more than 15 months for evaluation and shortlisting because it requires world-class product. Some of their products have 0 parts per million defect requirement because they are mission and life critical products. So the entry barrier in this sector are quite high and that's the key moat of the company. Azad Engineering competes with players from US, China, Europe and Japan. Company has supplied critical component to major commercial aircraft manufacturers such as Boeing 737, then 747, then 777, then Airbus 350, 320 and 355 and are currently in discussion for supply of components for new engine platform to various kind of aircraft manufacturers. In defense, company has built blades for Sukhoi jet fighter planes and precision component from BrahMos missile. In 2022, company has signed a deal worth 3,100 crore with Bharat Electronics Limited. Even Hindustan Aeronautics is client of Azad Engineering. Interestingly, as of September 23, around 89.7% revenue of the company is from export to global OEMs. Just about 10.3% has come from India. By the way, the contract that company does with these OEMs are long-term in nature because the OEMs take a very long time to shortlist the supplier and there are already very few suppliers for the product that Azad Engineering manufacture. So there is customer stickiness with long-term contracts. The importance of Azad Engineering products can be gauged from the fact that companies enjoys EBITDA margin of around 33%, which is one of the best in the industry. Now in terms of revenue by sector, in FY23, 87% revenue has come from energy, around 9% from your aerospace and defense and remaining from scrap. Oil and gas is a new segment for them. Now company has currently 4 manufacturing units in Hyderabad and it's also coming up with 2 new facilities in Telangana that would be funded from internal accrual. If you look at the leadership of company, Mr. Rakesh Chopdar is the chairman and CEO of the company. Interestingly, he is a school dropout. He never liked studying in school. However, his father had a workshop that manufactured nuts and bolts and that's where he fell in love with mechanical engineering. So he is a self-taught man. Very inspiring, I must say. Now let us look at the future. Now if you look at the total addressable market for Azad Engineering, it's huge. For instance, in aerospace and defense, its addressable market size is $990 billion. That is expected to touch $1,500 billion by 2027. In aerospace, Azad Engineering has been supplied to both Boeing and Airbus that dominates the commercial aircraft market with around 90% market share. Within defense, company supplies critical component to 6 key manufacturers. Now, especially this government push for domestic manufacturing in defense sector would benefit Azad Engineering. Then oil field drilling market is around $280 billion, which is expected to touch around $340 billion by 2027. So overall, the market that Azad Engineering serve has a very big size and that creates opportunity for the company. It also intends to focus on leveraging its relationship with its customer to improve its existing products and also increase the number of products that they currently manufacture for each customer. Now, if you look at the historical growth rate, its sales has grown from 127 crore to 194, 251, and for H1 of FY24, it's 158 crore. Its EBITDA margins have been consistently superior and have improved from 22% to currently at 33%. Its profits have grown from 11 crore to 29, although there was fall in net profit in FY23 due to one-time adjustment, but in H1 of FY24, it's already at 26 crore. Company's ROC is slightly on the lower side at 12.5% in FY23. Its inventory days are around 110 days and cash conversion cycle is of 204 days as of H1 of FY24. Now let us look at the IPO details. So company's IPO window is between 20 to 22nd December. Price band is between 499 to 524 rupee. Face value is rupees 2. IPO size is around 740 crore rupees, out of which 240 crore is fresh issue of equity and remaining 500 crore is offer for sale. So 240 crore raised from the IPO would be utilized to fund the capex, then some of it would be used to pay the debt and remaining for general corporate purpose. Currently, company has a debt to equity of 1.4, so this would reduce post IPO and promoter holding in the company would reduce from 78.6% to 56.3%. At an upper price band of 524 rupee, company would command a market cap of around 3000 odd crore and FY24 annualized PE of 57. In the RHP, company has mentioned its peers as MTAR, Paras Defense, Triveni Turbine, etc. Now, MTR currently commands a PE of 69, Paras Defense PE is 80, and Triveni Turbine PE is 55. So now at FY24 annualized PE of 57, this issue appears fully priced. So valuation wise, it's neither too cheap nor too expensive. Although considering the bright growth prospect for the company, it looks attractive for long-term wealth creation purpose. Having said this, it is already commanding a high grey market premium of more than 80% thanks to this IPO mania. So post listing, it won't really make any sense to invest as it would become very, very expensive if the listing is at 80% or more premium. Now finally, let us look at the key risk. So first risk is client concentration risk. Company's top 10 clients command nearly 80% of the revenue. The major reason, management has mentioned that there are only a handful of top players in the category they serve. For example, in aerospace, around 90% market is with two companies, Boeing and Airbus. So that's something they can't really help much. Although they intend to expand their segment and attract more clients to reduce dependence on top client. Having said this, any loss of business from top 10 clients can impact company's business. Second is dependence on Hyderabad facility. Currently, all their revenue comes from Hyderabad facilities, so any breakdown or shutdown in Hyderabad can impact its business. Third is competition risk. Since around 90% business of the company comes from export, Azad Engineering competes with many global players all over the world. On raw material, management has mentioned that their OEMs have a list of raw material suppliers that Azad Engineering can select from. So the contract is such that any 5% increment would be absorbed by Azad Engineering, and anything beyond that, OEM would give the incremental difference or ask the supplier to reduce the price. I hope it makes sense. So in this video, we discussed Azad Engineering business model, key strength, future prospect, IPO detail, along with financials. Overall, it's been a great journey so far for the company with all the achievements in just 15 years. It's a tier 1 supplier to world's leading OEM company across your aerospace and defense and energy segment. Company's leadership is also very, very interesting. No fancy degrees, everything learned from ground level. Overall, this IPO is looking promising for both short term as well as medium to long term. Now tell me, have you applied for this IPO or not? If you find this video useful, share it with your friends and let me know which company you want me to cover next. I'll see you next video. Till then, take care.